So a few years ago, when Twitter was actually not just a cesspool, Jimmy Kimmel would go on and read Jimmy Reads Mean Tweets, and we stole it from him and started doing, tweets that are mean about us because they're fabulous. They're so fun, and a lot of them are like the high school students going through the curriculum and stuff, and a lot of them are
being
just
forced against their will to watch us.
And a lot of them are just, people can just, they have digital courage. These are things, you would never say stuff like this to somebody's face because you get your face punched in. But, people that say anything on the internet, and it's so cute. So we wanted to bring it back. Dave reads mean tweets, and George looks at the comments. So, George, you get trashed on YouTube.
Yeah. Not as much on Twitter, but YouTube, they're big fans of leaving me some love.
Okay, so you're going to read some of the things said about me, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
Man, I've been waiting a long time for this, Dave. Don't take it personal, okay?
All
right.
I could take it out on you, but...
Oh, you will soon, because you get to read my comments.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Herman said, impulse buying an Xbox feels great when you ain't got a Dave Ramsey in your ear. Good stuff from Herman there.
Yeah. Herman's emotional his emotional, 13 years old?
He's got to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Money Mitch said, who named Dave Ramsey King of Finance for every Christian church?
Is King of Finance like Burger King?
I like that.
Is that like the
we
Burger King?
We should get you a little crown.
Give me a little King of Finance crown. I need a little crown.
Oh, here's one. Username Boycott Delta. That's interesting after our Delta rant earlier. He said, I've listened to a lot of Dave Ramsey. I'm convinced he quite literally doesn't know how credit cards work. He's become a victim of his own propaganda.
Ooh.
That's deep. That is deep.
Wow. But it's all on the premise that I don't understand how a credit card works, that's kind of humorous.
Yeah, the two sentences don't make sense together.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's Twitter for you. All right, Carly said, if my mama doesn't stop pushing Dave Ramsey on me, I swear, with a little crying face. She's very upset.
Yeah, she's 19.
Oh.
I don't blame her. If her mom, back off, Howard. Quit using me as a weapon. Just why don't you push like common sense on her instead of Dave Ramsey?
That's better.
I think she's probably right.
We're just getting warmed up here. Haymaker said Dave Ramsey is a charlatan, hypocrite, and basic piece of beep. You can guess what word that was. Strong words.
Think about it. That comes up. Charlatan shows up a lot after my name, which
it's
is
a very fancy. That's a $10 word.
I know. And here's the thing. I was thinking about this. I read one of these the other day, and it popped into my head. How many times are you at a party and you use the word charlatan?
0 for me.
I mean, how many times do you have in a sentence with normal human beings you use the word charlatan?
Well, if they're talking about you, maybe at parties, I don't know.
That could be. It could be. It's an anti-Dave party, but I mean, it's not. It's just not something. It comes up only on the internet. It's my point.
Oh yeah,
it only comes up when you're not a real person having a real conversation. You would use the word hypocrite or piece of bleep. You would do that.
I personally wouldn't.
But you wouldn't. But people would.
Yeah.
But they don't say charlatan. So and so's a charlatan. They don't bring.
Well, if you're a keyboard warrior, you want to look smart while you're at it.
Yeah, and the thing is, it had to spell check.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't spell it.
No.
Okay.
They probably started with an S and got it wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Brian Moody said, Dave Ramsey is good for people to clean up a financial mess and get their house in order. He started out nice. But wealthy people don't baby step.
Okay, so the 45 millionaires we've talked to on the air this year, we've started tracking millionaires we talked to on the air. So since January 1 on this show, we've talked to 45 millionaires. I guess they would beg to differ.
He has a different definition of millionaires, maybe.
Or wealthy.
Yeah. Wealthy people. There we go. Kyle Henkel said, I think Dave Ramsey financial advice is cringy.
Cringy.
There's a lot of misspellings there, but...
You know what? It really is. But you know what? It is cringy.
It's so cringe, Dave. Debt free.
No, it is. It's cringy because it says, ooh, you have to sacrifice to win. That is cringy.
That's so cringe.
No, it is. I mean, it's like that's kind of like ugh. I kind of agree with him.
Get with the times, Dave. People don't want to hear that. All right, Addie said, proud owner of a new Tacoma. If Dave Ramsey found out, he'd probably 360 no-scope me. I had to look this one up, Dave. This is a Call of Duty reference in which a player spins around with the rifle and shoots with no scope, killing their target.
Let me help you with this. He didn't really, because it's not a real rifle. It's on a video game. Call of Duty is a video game.
They're assuming that you are playing Call of Duty.
And well, yeah. So I'm gonna fake kill him on a fake game. Is that
That's how the metaverse works.
That's what happens if you buy a Tacoma. I fake kill you on a fake game.
You just described the metaverse, Dave.
Okay.
You finally got it.
I finally got it.
Okay.
Jeez, I couldn't.
Jen said, in my head, I mixed up Dave Ramsey and Gordon Ramsay and really thought all this time that Gordon Ramsay was giving financial advice in addition to being a chef.
Have you seen the clip of Gordon Ramsay? Somebody said, who's Dave Ramsay? He's like, bleep, 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 Dave Ramsay, bleep, 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 bleep.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
They're
it's so funny.
They're at the grocery store, and Gordon Ramsay's helping them shop. And the guy accidentally says Dave Ramsay instead of Gordon Ramsay.
And he goes, I'm not bleeping Dave Ramsay.
It was a great clip.
That's so funny. He's a great.
All right, last one for you. Also, Cool Kid with a K and a K said Dave Ramsey is a cokehead, and then parentheses, this is libel, spelled wrong.
Actually, he spelled it wrong. It's libel. That's how
Libel.
he spelled it, but it's libel. Yeah.
Wow. Well, clear the air, Dave. Are you a cokehead, and is that libel?
I hadn't had a Coke in a long time. I quit drinking Coke.
He did.
I got
not,
a big
he did
head.
Put two and two
I got
together.
a big head. Does that count? I got a big basketball head.
That counts.
Does that count?
I feel like if you were a cokehead, we'd have a very different show on our hands.
Well, yeah, because the caffeine in Coca-Cola will light you up.
That's
man.
so
I'm
true.
just saying, so.
All right, Dave, my turn. I get a few here.
So boomer.
I don't have as many.
All right. David says, George gives worthless advice, the absolute worst of all Ramsey personalities.
Yikes.
George.
What's scary is I'm just giving the advice you would have given. So what does that say about you? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, since they all kind of say the same thing but with different tones.
That's hurtful.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
All right. Fair.
Janelle, and she says this like once a week.
This is normal for
George,
Janelle.
Janelle does. Janelle's like, she's like head of your anti-fan club.
Hey, I'll take it. Any PR is good PR, they say.
George has the charisma of a wet sock. Sorry, man.
At least she apologized right after.
Yeah,
That's nice
it's
of her.
passive aggressive, but yeah.
But is a wet sock does that have
no
more
disrespect,
charisma?
no disrespect. Right after they disrespect you, that's always like throwing that on the end because it negates it. Yeah.
Wouldn't a dry sock have less charisma? I feel like if something's dry, it has even less. I don't know, Janelle.
I don't know how you measure sock charisma.
No.
I don't know what the measure on sock charisma
All right.
is. All right. Who is the nerd in glasses giving advice? Well, we both have glasses on. Is he new or something?
Oh, boy.
No, I've actually lost weight. I look about.
You look great, Dave. And I don't
So
think
do
you're a
you.
nerd. I think you're just intellectual.
Does Deloney wear glasses? He doesn't wear glasses.
No, just me and you holding down the
just
fort.
you and me. Yeah, because Rachel had glasses before she got like that the eye thing done,
Oh, yeah.
and it looked like Coke bottle bottoms. I mean, she looked like the kid.
They're
Like the
super
guy on
thick.
Office Space. You remember that need the stapler?
Oh, yeah.
That's what her glasses
We
look
both
like.
have terrible eyesight, me and Rachel.
Whew,
Here's the thing.
it's
People say,
awful.
is he new or something? And I've been here 9 years, guys. Get a clue. Are you new? Whatever.
George came off as a little rat bag at first, but he's grown on me.
Thank
He's
you, Dave.
consistent and he's logical.
Oh, that's a comment. I thought you were just telling me that.
This is James said this. James Smith,
Not James, our
in the booth.
producer.
James, not
Oh, my
James in the
goodness.
booth. James Smith said this, which is probably, I'm sure, his real name.
So it
So
started
what
off
is
dark.
what is a rat bag?
I don't know. It just sounds
A
good.
bag of rats?
It's a bag of rats, I guess. Came off as a little rat. I guess a little condescending, know-it-all, little, punchable face type guy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he could have just said little rat. I don't know what a bag of rats is.
I don't know. But at least he then went. He's grown on me. He's consistent. He's logical. So I'll take that.
He's a logical, consistent little rat bag.
I tried to end it on a positive note for you.
Thank you, James. This is just James actually letting us know how he feels about us, and he just changes the names out.
James wrote all these.
That's cruel, man.
Kelly wrote some of them. I know she did.
Here's my worry, Dave. People are now going to write in specifically trying to get on the show.
Hoping to get their mean tweet on the show. So we're never doing this again because we're
feelings are hurt.
thin-skinned and our feelings are hurt. And I'm going to have to go home and cry because three of you don't like me on the internet. This is The Ramsey Show.